Hi, this is Brett Lonsdale, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to find content and navigate Social Squared as a team member or as a SharePoint site member. So first of all, we're here inside the Wellbeing Discussions example inside of a SharePoint site, and we also have it open inside of Teams as well. So this is accessed as a Teams tab. Currently I've got it expanded, but you can obviously have it opened as a tab, or you can expand that tab as I have. And what we can do if we were looking for answers to questions, or we wanted to just browse different topics, is navigate into the relevant forum in order to be able to do that. So you'll notice inside of this example, which may be different inside of your example, is we've got different forum groups and different forums. So I have things like work-life balance is my forum group, health and safety as another forum group, and employee growth and development as another forum group. And in each of these forum groups, there are different forums. So you can see we've got forums on things like working remotely, working hours, making time for you, etc. And in each forum is where you're going to find topics, and these topics have been created by different users. You'll learn how to create a topic and reply to topic in the next video, but in here we're going to be taking a look at some of the content that has already been created as topics and posts. So when you're in this view, you'll notice here that we've got all the different topics. You may have more than one page of topics as well. And you can first of all see the ones that you have not read before. They will be in bold. And in order to be able to read them, you basically just need to click on them. So once you click onto it, you'll be able to see a question perhaps that somebody's asked. We can see the different replies to that post as well. And one of the things you can do is show a threaded view, which sometimes makes it easier to read because it will show an indentation when somebody is replying to a reply or on the same level. So you can see that these two are on the same level, whereas this one is indented from the original topic. So that just shows the structure of that conversation. So we can read it through, obviously, and if we just navigate back to that forum, we can just jump in and out of any topic that we want to read by using that topics view. And if this is an area of interest for you, what you can do is subscribe or unsubscribe to the forum. So the forum in this case is working remotely. So if I was interested in working remotely and I want to be notified of any new topics that come into this particular forum, I can subscribe to that forum. Now it might be that you're not necessarily interested in any topic about working remotely, but there is a specific topic that you are interested in learning more about. So what you can do is navigate into that topic and you can subscribe or unsubscribe to the topic itself, and that way when somebody replies to it, you're going to be notified either through a Teams notification or through an email depending on your configuration. So that's how we can navigate. Obviously we've got the breadcrumb trail here that takes us back to the forum group view. So if there was something else that I was interested in, such as health and safety, we can jump into that. There's just one topic in this particular example, and of course we could go through and read that one if we wanted to. And the same thing inside of SharePoint. So when we're inside of SharePoint, we can go to working remotely again. We see the exact same content as what we're seeing inside of Teams for this particular site. And again, we can jump in and out of those different forum groups and forums to read that content. So that's how we can browse the content in the forum group view. There are other views as well, and I'll show you how we can navigate those. One thing I do just want to point out before we do move on is the fact that you can also collapse these forum groups as well. So if we wanted to collapse those in order to be able to focus our view on a particular forum, we could absolutely do that, and likewise inside of Teams as well. Okay, so you'll notice in SharePoint and in Teams, in the top left hand corner is the view menu. And inside that view menu, we have lots of other different types of views. So we're going to first of all focus on the favorites view. So the favorites view, as you can see, it's not coming up with any favorites for me at the moment. What I can do is when I come in here, if there was a particular post, such as this one, maybe this is a bit lengthy, I've not really got the time to read it just yet, I want to come back to it later on. What I can do is just hit this icon here, and that marks it as a favorite post. So now when I go into my favorites, notice how that post is right there. And of course, once I have read it, I can remove it from favorites, or if I want to keep it marked as favorites, I can do that as well. Okay, so that's the favorites view. We also have a popular topics view, and the popular topics is basically going to show us all the different topics based on how many times they've been viewed. So you'll notice when you're inside the topics view, I can see this one here has been viewed 10 times, we've got another one that's 11 times, this one's 32 times, and so on. So that's going to be the case across all the different forum groups and forums. What I can do is just say, what's popular? And that's in terms of how many times it's been viewed. So you can see in here, this one that's been viewed 32 times is actually the most popular post, but there's also some other popular ones that are being displayed as well. And another view that we have is recent activities. So we can jump in there and see what's been created recently. What is recent may differ from organization to organization, or even from site to site, because it's down to the team owner for them to be able to set what is recent. The default is 7 days. So if you don't see anything in here, that means that nobody's posted anything for the last 7 days. We also have a followers view. So the followers view, this shows people that are following me, and I also could follow them as well. And the way that I would follow somebody is by clicking on their name wherever you see it, and we can choose follow that user. And the benefit of doing that is anytime that user now posts, I'm going to receive a notification that they have posted, and I could go in and read that post. So that's a great way of finding the content from somebody that you want to follow, just like you might follow somebody on Twitter or something like that. We also have an active users view. So this shows the most active users. So we can see demo user 5 is the most active inside of this particular forum. We also have a users posts view. And what this one allows me to do is to search on a particular user, click on their name and choose view, and then we can see all of the topics and posts that that user has created. So that's another way of being able to navigate the different content. You also have a My Posts view, which is similar, but it is focused on you, and it also allows you to see the posts in a different order, so we can see what has been posted, what is pending approval if you've got moderation turned on, and also what has been deleted or rejected by a moderator as well. Then we finally have Unanswered Topics, and this is a great one if you are somebody that is working in your community to reply to other people, and maybe as a subject matter expert. So we can see in here, for example, this is a topic that's been created. Nobody's actually replied to it. So we could reply if we wanted to, but even if somebody had replied, that reply may not have been marked as answered. So that's one of the benefits of the Unanswered Topics, is be able to see those all in one place where you can go through them and reply to people if you are that subject matter expert. Then we also have the tag cloud. So this is moving into more sort of finding content. So in the tag cloud, we can see the different tags that are used to tag the content. So you'll learn how to actually tag content in the next video. But in this allows me to navigate to those posts based on the popularity of those tags. So we can just click them, and that will take us to any posts that are tagged with that keyword. And if you prefer one of those views, such as maybe the recent activities view, you can pin that view as the view that you would like to see when you land on this page. So notice here, if I was to just navigate to this page, it's always going to take me to that recent activities view by default, and that is just a personal preference. It's not going to affect anybody else. Okay, so all of those options are exactly the same here in Teams. We've got exactly the same views, so there's no difference between the two products inside of SharePoint or Teams. Now, navigating the search, if we were wanting to search on a particular term, we could just type in the search in the top right corner, and that will return any post that uses that particular keyword. And we can refine those searches. So if we wanted to say working, for example, Of course, I could change the phrase to that, and then we could also add another word to our phrase. And notice how this is actually doing an or as part of the search. It's looking for working or remotely. If I actually wanted that to be a phrase, what I could do is put working plus remotely, and it will make sure that those two words appear next to each other inside the search results. You can also refine the search results based on date or time, and we can also choose whether we want to include the title, the content, the tags, and also search for complete words rather than partial words. So you'll notice here, again, if I put in just the word work, it's highlighting the word work there, but it's also returning words such as working and so on. So we can refine how that behaves using that option there. Okay, so I hope you found that useful on how to find content and answers to questions using the different views and also using tags and search inside of Social Squared. Many thanks.